We should never underestimate the power of doing little things. So if you do a little thing, a lot of times it's the same as doing a big thing. And actually, a lot of big projects, a lot of the big things that we want to accomplish, we do in small segments or small pieces. For example, most books, if you want to read a book, you don't sit down and read the whole thing at one time. You read a chapter, two chapters, and eventually you get the whole book read. Also, if you want to build a building, you don't put it all up in one day. You do piece by piece and you put it together, and eventually it's finished. Uh, and so the good things that we want to do, that we want to accomplish, rather than setting out to do the really big thing in a quick period of time, it's often good to take big projects and work at them little pieces at a time. When I was young, as a boy, my brother and I liked to go fishing in the summertime when we didn't have school. And there was a creek, probably half a mile from our place that we could walk to. And sometimes we'd go swimming there, but sometimes we'd go down there fishing. And we could catch bluegill there. We call them sunnies. They were just little fish, maybe 4 or 5 inches long, 6 inches at the most. They were never very big, but we would go and we would catch fish. So one day, my brother and I went down there fishing, and we took a bucket along to put our fish in, and we caught three little bluegills and or sunnies. And so then we were coming home, and we had our bucket of fish. About halfway home, we met. Well, there was a man sitting on his front porch, and he was saying, and so he called us. He said, "Hey, were you boys fishing?" We said, "Yeah, we were." He said, "What do you have in your bucket?" And we said, "We have our fish in our bucket." And he said, "Well, let me look at them." So we went over to his porch, and he looked in our bucket, and he looked at our three little fish, and he said, "Oh, they're so small." But he said, three small fish is the same as one big one, I guess. And we were like, yeah, that's right. And we went home, we felt really good about our fish. So, small things aren't always to be looked down on. Small things can count too. You just need to do enough of them to amount to something big.